Fandomnauts Podcast. We come in peace. I am Andy, the Captain Kirk of the ship, and I am here with a special guest. Very special. This is 2 times in a row that I've had someone on. Go ahead and introduce yourself, sir.
This is Chris. I am part of the Fandomnauts.
Good intro. I guess he's not a special guest. He's gonna be a main character. I don't know, a reoccurring host, I guess. I'm just building the episodes up right now, and I'm doing them every day, and it's not able to fit everybody's schedule, and I'm just knocking them out so we can get to the hundreds. And
so yeah, pretty soon you'll probably.
But they'll be consistent in the 100, like later episodes. They will be very consistent.
Probably be on a lot more. Probably gonna do my own by myself a few as well.
Oh, are you? I'll just put them off. I'll edit them. I'll put them up if you gonna do that. Oh, okay.
You know, sometimes you gotta rant.
Yeah, you gotta.
Just let me rant.
I'm gonna respond to your podcast. Like, he's gonna be like episode 20. I'm gonna be 21 responding to episode 20. But today, Chris. This is your first official episode. He did some of the practice podcasts. You guys, those are posted. You'll know from that. But you have anything you want to shout out, like a Twitch or a Twitter?
I literally cannot think of my Twitch name right now.
Wasn't it WolfGuyKai?
That's it. WolfGuyKai. WolfGuyKai. K-A-I.
Yeah, and there's no spaces or nothing.
No spaces.
There you go. He Twitches with us. Might do some charges soon.
I'll start Twitching a lot more. Probably multiplayer with these guys.
Yep. But so what's your main fandom, just real quick? Just to let them get to know you real quick.
Main fandom: Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, Bleach.
Anime in general. So categories. I'm a film. Well, I'm pretty. Film, comics, YouTube. I'm assuming.
Yeah, films, comics, video games.
What would you say your specialty is as far as a fandom? Now, say if we all had our special skills. I was like TV shows, and you were Herbert's anime. I guess I don't know. You guys can. He likes that. He likes mangas, I guess.
It'd have to be probably comics. I actually read a lot of comics.
You do read comics. He actually reads them. I read them. I've read them, but I don't remember them at all. I'm horrible with that. I just remember key moments, and then when you say something about the comic, I remember it. Exactly, you know what I mean. But I can't just pull it out of my head.
So certain aspects of movies, movie adaptations of comics, things like that, I hold them to a more higher standard. Yeah, I love film.
Yeah, you like other movies, not even comic movies. He can talk to you about movies in just general. I thought I've had conversations about movies. Okay. Actually, today we're having a conversation about movies. But what else? Any other fandoms?
Probably video games. We're all pretty hardcore gamers, or at least we used to be.
Yeah. Hey, let's talk a little bit about Final Fantasy 15 at the end of this. Just a little bit, 5 minutes.
You want to throw that in now?
Yeah, just tack it in at the Just what were Auntie's favorite. I just want to talk about a little bit about it. But today we're here for Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad is the main thing today. We're gonna give our opinions, our reviews. We've both seen it, and we're just gonna talk about it, I guess. So I'm gonna start off. It's not as bad as everybody's talking about. I don't know if it's because my expectations were lowered because I was the critics were just. I don't know, trying to destroy it. Their points were valid, but they took it to a place that was don't even bother your time with the movie, And I'm like, no, that's definitely a movie worth watching.
It's absurd. Now there are flaws in the movie, of course. Yeah. It's what, the 3rd movie in the whole universe, so there are flaws, but there's no way you can say it's just bad. Yeah. There's a good movie. I don't know how you can destroy it. I can get if you're just super snobby about, because the editing was bad, but it wasn't that bad. I didn't think. You know what I mean? They were saying the editing and the whatever. It was just too choppy. It didn't make sense. The story didn't make sense. And I'm like, you know what? I can nitpick a lot of stuff in the story, and I can really point out some obvious flaws in the story. But but the story moved forward. It progressed.
Overall,
it wasn't the theatrical version of Batman vs Superman.
It was a straightforward movie, though. It was okay, something bad happened. We have to go in there and do a mission. What did you want? I don't know what was complicated about the movie for you, or what you wanted from the. What else was there to do? My problems with the movie were I guess some decision making problems that are that were like that were obvious in the movie, but you can tell it's from studio interference. This is not a David Ayer movie to me. Like that's because you can tell if it was truly a David Ayer movie, it would have been a different style, like as far as tone and like what he was able to do with like.
I feel like a lot more people would have died in that movie.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, I feel like it's been just critiqued a little more harshly because of Batman vs Superman and all the flack it got. Which on Batman vs Superman topic, I didn't think it was as bad. Also as bad as everyone was saying it was. Editing, there was major editing issues. In BBS, and I feel like they focused a lot on the wrong things, but that's another thing. I can't say it's just a bad movie.
Exactly. Well, okay. Well, let's talk about the negatives first because it's easy to do that, and then we'll talk about what we liked first, after that. How about that? What are some of your negatives on the movie?
Negatives. I loved Viola Davis as Amanda Waller. I thought it was a little extreme. Wait, that would be a spoiler.
This is a spoiler. By the way, I'm gonna put it in the in the title, but this is spoiler.
I feel like there's gonna be spoilers in almost every podcast.
No, there is. I've listened to some where like everybody, there's
spoilers.
Well,
she lights up her crew, and as far as
that was like
Amanda Waller goes to the extreme, but I feel they took that a little too far. I don't feel she would have killed anyone that's on her side. To that degree, that was far.
There could have been a number of other things that could have shown how Amanda Waller is ruthless, right?
Exactly.
Like killing Suicide Squad members because they're called Suicide Squad.
Exactly, like Slipknot. Instead of Flag doing that should have been Amanda Waller who did that. That would have proved the point.
First of all, they brought that man in that movie.
I was like, I don't even remember him being that much in the.
I knew he wasn't in.
And the funny thing, that's accurate from the comic. He did get killed. He was almost very similar to that.
He can climb anything. And then the fucked up thing was Boomerang talked him into it. Oh, I was like, oh, you asshole. Oh my gosh. He like really talked him into like, looks like this bitch is gonna blow my shit up.
Courtney Jai, as opposed to things he's done in a lot of other movies. I don't know why I said that backwards. Jai Courtney, exactly.
Like a comma thing. Courtney, comma Jai.
Jai Courtney was a good Captain Boomerang.
You were talking like
he was a lot different than he is in the majority as the straight guy in most movies. So I really liked him as
he needs to do
crazy
this
Captain Boomerang. He was good.
He needs to do this in more movies because that straight guy shit is for the birds for him. But like he has personality. I mean, he was cool in not John Wick. What's that one movie? John Reacher or Jack Reacher, the one with Tom Cruise. He was cool in that one. He was a villain in that one.
Was he?
Yeah, that was Jack Courtney.
Last thing I can think of him in was Terminator.
He did some cool action scenes. Yeah, but they keep giving him shit like Terminator and Divergent and bullshit like that. Where he's like, oh, I'm the straight up dude.
There's probably some Divergent fans out there, but if you're in Divergent, I mean, other than maybe Miles Teller, nothing can save you.
But other negatives. Okay, so Amanda Waller was it's like it was weird ruthless. It was like you're not aiming it at the right place. She's smarter than that. You know what I mean? Like
exactly. Enchantress being the villain,
that's a mind negative right
Where do we start with that?
Well, I'm sick. Okay, this is one thing I'm sick and tired of in comic book movies. They all of them, and this is I can tell studio interference stuff. They all feel like they have to end the movie with like some giant like monster, or a big fight scene with I mean, you don't have to end the movie like that.
And that fight scene was too predictable.
Yeah, like the fight scenes in every movie are city gets destroyed by a giant like CGI monster, like CGI bigger version of what the fuck I was fighting earlier or some shit like that. At Ultron, same shit. You can name like 20 comic book movies where the same exact thing happens at the end. And I'm fucking sick of that being the main, like all the movies are heading to that direction. Like every single movie is. Even the good ones, like it just like Civil War did it, you know what I mean?
It felt with the cast, with Suicide Squad, shooting guns on it, just felt like that shouldn't have been the type of villain. Now when Suicide Squad 2 comes out, if anyone important listens to this, we need Slade as a villain. We need Deathstroke.
Deathstroke is definitely gonna be
Deathstroke them all fight Deathstroke would be amazing.
Why was Scott Eastwood completely wasted in this movie? He was like rumored to be like, so did Grayson, Deathstroke himself.
he was rumored to be so many people, but no, he just was being.
He literally was a.
And he was in the whole movie. He was like he was
literally in the background. He had like 5 lines.
Oh my god, you could have made him a comic book character for this movie, and you guys made him Soldier Number 3. Like you really did that. Like I cannot believe the waste.
The only good thing about that is he can still be.
Is he dead?
I don't think he died in that movie.
No,
he can be a major DC character and no one would know that he was in Suicide Squad. No one will care.
I'm hoping to God it's a reveal that he's actually Agent. Is it 17? Dick Grayson, Nightwing. Like when he's an agent. It's like a number. I forgot. It's a 17 or 47 or something like that.
Oh, okay. So when he got revealed by the
like Batman sent him in there.
By the crime syndicate when they
when Batman sent him in there to do like to sneak, like you know what I mean. He sent him to do like
he had to recon because the world knew he was Nightwing now. He was supposed to be dead.
Yeah,
they brought him back,
but he worked for Batman secretly.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I was hoping it was something like that, like. Batman's guy on the inside is Dick Grayson because he's close to Amanda Waller. You know what I mean? Like he's trying to keep an eye on Amanda Waller's activities and shit. So I was hoping it's something like that. Like, oh, okay, Batman's in this movie, which he was in it and he was awesome in it, but he was like 30 seconds, you know. And I was like, oh, come on. Like, I thought the movie was gonna end. Like the movie would have been so good if it wasn't that CGI monster that we both have a problem with, you know, the witch. But if it was the movie ended and they get to the thing and they successfully, you know, like. Succeed their mission and they're like, fuck this, we're gonna escape now, and Batman just shows up and like a 10-minute fight scene at the end where like you don't cut the fucking a warehouse fight scene at the end where Batman just takes out all of them again.
Assault on Arkham. I was praying for that.
What like
please let Batman drop down and give a 10-minute fight scene with all of them. I guess it would have, I don't know, it might have taken went negative towards them since the movie's about them, but
no, I mean
kind of like how you did the scene with him and Deadshot, how he pretty much snapped Deadshot's leg, but Deadshot rolled backwards, pulled the gun on him.
That's the thing.
You don't make either one of them look weak.
That's the thing. That you don't even need Ben Affleck to do the fight scene. Like you did that anyway with the warehouse scene. You just need Ben Affleck to do those scenes that he
Which
did.
Ben Affleck on the extended cut. Wow, that was a great scene made even better.
What?
On the Ultimate Edition, the fight scene was longer. It was a lot better.
Was it?
Even though it was still good.
I didn't notice. Huh. Well,
go back to that another time.
I'm watching.
Another huge thing I hated about Suicide Squad was
it wasted a lot though. But
there was a waste, but the bad guys. So instead of it actually being humans, where you have to accept the fact that these characters we kind of like are still killing. Humans. They were, what were they? Parasite? I don't know what the hell they were. Demons. They didn't have a face anymore. So it was like, it's okay to kill all these people, even though these are actual humans. It's okay to kill all of them because they don't have a face. That
studio interference. Because they're so simple with it. Like they're like, oh, guess what, guys? We figured it out. Ultron did robots. We'll do sacrificial ritual monsters mutants that love a witch. And what the fuck were they trying to do? That's really my thing. Like the villains were the problem because I know she brought her brother back, that dude, and then she's gonna build a machine, a magic machine.
So basically, they're trying to conquer the world. The humans didn't fear them anymore. They were trying to take over the world again. They're trying to rule again, basically, where everyone worshipped them.
Okay, and Amanda Waller is completely stupid for this, by the way. The witch, you thought you could control a. First of all, you're 50 at the most, right?
Yeah.
She's thousands
to be in that position.
You literally even said it yourself. She's been here long before you, and will probably be here long after you. Yes, Amanda Waller. Meaning you thinking you can control a witch because you have the heart. Okay, you think you are smart enough to really outsmart a fucking 1,000-year-old entity, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like, no, you instantly kill that thing. That's what you did. That's what you were supposed to do. But no, you're the whole reason why this shit happened. The point of the movie was like Superman was not. You know what I mean? Superman is gone now, and we need metahumans to protect us. First of all, there's only the Suicide Squad was made up of 2 metahumans, Croc and Diablo. Everybody else.
Croc's not even a metahuman. Croc did that to himself.
What is that? I thought it was a mutation or something. He was born like that or something. Like, he's super strong though.
Croc filed his teeth down and a bunch of other stuff.
I thought he had a disease release or like a
It was something like that. I have to go back.
Well, regardless of that,
it was Diablo and
that's it. And the witch, obviously, but she wasn't even really.
Diablo Enchantress.
Everybody else was just
I
skilled.
guess you could say Killer Croc. Yeah.
Everybody else was just skilled. Like, and the whole, like... I mean, you could tell that movie was... the biggest negative was that movie was a movie that could have been a lot better if it was David Ayer's movie. Versus, they made the best movie they could with studio interference.
I mean, it's just, if you're gonna do Enchantress, things like that, you're gonna go to that type of realm. Just save that shit for Justice League Dark with John Constantine and them. Don't bring that into a Suicide Squad.
Oh my God, that would be. I would accept that. Yes, that would have been a perfect storyline for that guy. This movie should have been. Oh, here's another negative. Because it's a positive. Joker should have been the villain of the movie.
Exactly.
Because because apparently they've shot a billion scenes with him. Or like they shot.
Jared Leto said basically they could have did a whole Joker movie with all the scenes.
There's a rumor to be a Suicide Squad Joker cut, like a movie that's focused around. And there's a David Ayer cut apparently. So I'm sick and tired of like the studio. The studio even is like admitting right now with 2 movies in a row. Hey, we interfered, and now there's better cuts. Like, you're literally admitting when you do this shit, you know? You're literally telling us, hey, look, we're retarded, and we don't know what the fuck we're doing. There's a better movie every single time that the director could have made if we just left them the fuck alone. You're literally doing that, right? Like if there's a Joker cut or a David Ayer cut, and it's better, I'm gonna laugh. Like, I'm gonna, like...
Now, I mean, there is hope because Jeff Johns, who writes, Flash, he did Batman, I believe, the year 1. He's done everything. He became like the executive producer. And he got jumped up to like president of DC. So I feel like we need to start with Justice League and up. That's when we criticize.
Wonder Woman looks great. The trailer looks great, and I feel like
I'm just so scared
they're gonna ruin it. They're gonna do it again.
Looks so good for Wonder Woman, and it's just not gonna be a good movie. But
man,
I don't feel they made a horrible movie yet. Not great movies, but I don't feel like they made a horrible movie yet.
Yeah.
So there is hope for it.
I think they've made one. But the thing is, here's what it is. They didn't make an undeniable movie yet. You know?
No, definitely not.
Like they haven't made a movie where like everybody agrees like, yeah, that's the shit. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's the one. That's the movie. Like Marvel has it. I mean, the obvious comparison with Marvel, but another complaint, man, I have is like not only the Joker thing, where like he wasn't in it enough, but he was good in it. We're gonna talk about him in the positives. Joker wasn't in it. He should have been the villain of the movie. It could have been an easy storyline right there. He could have took over a small town, and y'all could have sent the Suicide Squad in with a bunch of gangsters. You know what I mean?
Margot Robbie did a good
Shooting
job
all of those guys
as Harley Quinn, and that would have even did more depth to her character trying to decide between the two. Now that she likes, Deadshot and all them on the team, they're family, which I think that happened a little too quick. They became family a little too soon.
Yeah, like 6
there
hours.
wasn't enough arguments before they.
6 hours.
But yeah, that would have been a good. Who am I going to choose? My love for the Joker is, greater than that, even though,
No, well, yeah, that would have been. See, I would have took that. I would have.
It writes itself at times.
Matter of fact, they should have. What they really should have did was frame for frame took the fucking animated movie and made that like that was a perfect movie.
Salt of Arkham was really good.
Like you want to just do a little Batman in there? That's the perfect way to do that. He whoop ass the whole movie just cutting through. You want some Joker in there? That's the perfect way to do that. Like. He's just like a chaotic. Like they should have just took that frame for frame and did it. Like you have Zack Snyder right there, but it may. I don't know. The other thing that's really disappointing is like action. The action was not worthwhile.
I don't understand.
What
you have Katana in the movie? You have Deadshot. Just how are those scenes? I don't understand. Those action scenes were horrible.
How was there no samurai, like amazing like samurai scene with her, like just slicing dudes up, taking souls? How was there no like Deadshot sniping people?
Now I will give the Deadshot scene where he's like lighting all them up on top of the car. That was awesome. We needed that throughout.
And that was only because Will Smith made it look cool. He's the only
one good at doing that.
Well, he's the only one that in the whole movie that knew how to act action-wise. Like I felt like, and Margot Robbie did a good job with her little quick fight scene in that elevator, and like but she didn't need her. Why was she on? I mean, I guess the comic books are like more acceptable with that shit, but like she's just crazy, bro. Because her skill that she brings to the table would have been like seduction, would have been like fucking with you psychologically. Like, so if she was went into a small town filled with gangsters, people with minds, right? She could have like snuck her way past. Like, there could have been missions where like a scene where like she could have went through and showed what she could really do psychologically to people, like, you know what I mean, like with average people. You can't do that with monsters. You can't really. You're just saying she could fight well because why? Why? That's not her skill like that. Like, yeah, she lures you in and then fucks you up. That's what she does perfectly, and that's not what you did. You put her as just like some fucking highly trained assassin, I guess.
But she was one of the bright parts of the movie. She was.
Oh no, she was great, but it just you couldn't. All I'm saying is the movie could have made more sense. The action was not worthwhile at all. Will Smith saved it with that one car hop. They tried to go for this long, like this unnecessary long, like shot action scene in a warehouse, but it didn't look cool. Like it was just like I couldn't really tell what the hell was going on. I just see people just swinging and shooting and people front kicking. There's a lot of front kicks in this movie, by the way. That's like everybody's move was just front kicking shit. There wasn't a lot of like unique usage of powers. Like you know what I mean? Like it was like El Diablo. Here it was like there was one like that, like where he pissed him off, and I guess, but it's like I should be able to tell in the fight what they bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? Like the way Deadshot's fighting style should have been completely unique and distinct from maybe Katana, the way she kills people, or like you know what I mean? Like that it should. This I was watching another podcast. I forgot which one it was, but where this dude made a comparison where like I don't understand where WB can make a movie. WB, Warner Brothers, DC, same banner, right? WB can make a movie like Ocean's 11 where they do literally the exact same thing. Bunch of criminals working together for a goal. They make that movie as one of the like greatest heist movies of all time, right? They literally can make that movie at the same studio, but then like you could have just did like same concept, interesting characters. Matter of fact, Suicide Squad has more depth as far as like they have like history, like comic books you can pull from, like stories.
I mean, I have to give the studios they're not doing a good job, but I feel I give them a little bit benefit of doubt because of all the flack from BVS.
Mm-hmm.
So they thought last minute, let's go do some reshoots, throw some comedy in there, and I feel like they changed the tone a lot more of the movie because of that.
That's what happened. That's definitely what happened.
And with you, Suicide Squad it's like Batman. It's gonna be held on a whole nother level than Ocean's 11.
Yeah.
So Ocean's 11 is like, oh yeah, do what you want. We got the actors in there.
But you can tell it's a better movie, right?
Exactly.
Than Suicide Squad. Like that's a better movie.
With Ocean's 11, they're like with all these good actors. Brad Pitt,
exactly same situation.
We trust it. They gave it absolute trust. The budget ain't what 200 something million. The budget isn't that big.
It was way cheaper than Suicide Squad. I promise you.
Exactly. They put complete trust in the director and the actors. They didn't give that to Suicide Squad.
Dude,
you had a great cast and you didn't give
why?
Give it to them.
Because studio interference said, you know what the story should be? The story should be a giant monster at the end of the movie instead of a small mission where they just go into a... Like, you know what I mean? Like, if this movie was a smaller movie, I promise you it would have been 20 times better. But no, we have to have CGI. We have to have.
They should have told them this is. They should have gave them a bigger budget, but told them this is your budget.
Yeah,
you have a lower budget than you think, so we gonna need need some better script work.
Yeah, the action wasn't even what'd you spend the money on other than set pieces, because that's what looked good in the movie, like style and like set pieces and stuff. But other than that, you didn't contribute. Like this movie was a shooting movie. Like the monsters can shoot you, I guess. I don't know.
It was
for you to have gun. Like
it was damn Resident Evil 6 or something. I don't know.
Look at the gun scenes on End of Watch. Like look at the shoot. Like remember that scene where him and where Jake Gyllenhaal and Michael Pena went into that like apartment complex, I guess.
At the end?
No, not at the end though. Like and it was in the middle of the movie, and they got an award. It was like when they had a good streak of like just like they kept winning.
Just kept busting.
Yeah. It's like one of the first ones or like one of the last ones they were getting. Like they had a shootout, but they successfully did the. You know what I mean? Like they won the shootout, I guess. They shot them. But like those gangsters got left. But that shootout, did you see how intense that shootout was? Did you see how like this is the same? My point is, this is the same direct. This is what if you let him do what he wanted, you could have got like something like that where he was like he brought tension to it.
He was on a tightrope. He was on a tightrope.
And he's you know what, he's being like such a good studio director. Like he's like not blaming the studio. He's like, nah, I agreed to do that.
This was my cut of the film. Quit lying.
You know he's lying. You're lying.
Hey, there's quit lying.
You know you're lying. You're lying. You're a liar. You're not even good at it. Just come on, man. You're not good at lying and taking studio direction, because this movie, it reeks of it. It should be like, I can't tell. But one other thing that you could tell studio interference is like soundtrack. Like you could tell they did reshoots to try to make the movie funnier or whatever, fun or whatever. They changed the movie, right? And then they're like, ooh, we didn't really do that right. Let's add music to fix it. You know what I mean? Like they just kept playing songs, like, and they're like, yeah, okay, Guardians did this, but with their movie, it was like they planned to do it. You know what I mean? But with your movie, it seemed like you're doing it more to like, oh, we kind of have to like.
Well, so I
like make the scene pop more. Like
some of the soundtrack I didn't like, but I did like a lot of the soundtrack.
No,
I thought the soundtrack was decent.
No, that's a good move. It's a smart move. Actually,
that was a positive move.
The
soundtrack was pretty
the movie needed it. What I'm saying is, you made a movie where that was necessary.
Where it needed, yeah. It was
necessity.
Okay.
You didn't make a movie where it was like it was just a part of the movie naturally. Like it was fun of the movie. Like with Guardians of the Galaxy, like oh yeah, that makes sense. It's literally a part of the storyline. Like you know what I mean, like all that, but. I don't know. The action wasn't worthwhile. Like, if you had the shooting scene, should have been like, you have the guy that did the watch. He did a bunch of cool like Training Day, right? No, he wrote Training Day, right? He didn't direct it. I don't think.
On that, that's tough. There's David Ayers and there's someone else on Training Day.
Yeah, he didn't direct it. Antoine Fuqua. Yeah.
I think it was out of them two. I think both of them were on it.
He directed it. I think he wrote it. But what I'm saying is, you could have that. Hell, you just knock on your neighbor's door. Hey Zach, I can't direct action scenes. Get your bitch ass over here and help me for a day. Come on, man. Like you know.
All right, now yeah. When
like,
it comes,
Zack
Snyder. Now people hating on this man's directing ability and things like that, but when it comes to action scenes. No one can make a comic book or anime. No one's visual effects are better than Zack Snyder's. You should have got that man over. You call that man up. What? Tell him, you know what, come on. You don't have to be in the. We'll throw a little credit on there for you, but just come in here and make these action sequences good because he would have killed it.
Right.
Give this man what he actually excels in.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, and it's because you had the resources, right? I don't understand why the action wasn't amazing. Like, because that movie would have been, like, you could have given me the same movie, but if the action scenes were, like, something I remember, I would have been like, oh, yeah, went up a letter grade, you know? But I'm tired. That's most of the problems I had with it. Editing was, like, something everybody already talked about. It was choppy.
And we really run this movie down like it's horrible.
We're starting with negatives first. That's why it's easier to nitpick than to, you know.
Overall, I believe it was a good movie.
Yeah, it was. But editing was bad. But BVS had worse editing. I don't understand why the critics were like, "Oh, the editing was just." It wasn't. It was. I mean, it was. You could tell. Like sometimes you're like, "Oh, you cut the scene a little short." You know, like Joker especially. They didn't let Joker works when you let him sink into those scenes. You know, like what's the name? Jared Leto. When his eyes as Joker, there were scenes where he was looking at people in the eyes. I was like, yo, where's this movie at, yo? Like, I'm ready for this Joker, cause like he like shit, and then he was saying like cool ass shit, like all that chit chat's gonna get you hurt. Like, you know?
I don't know if we're in the minority or if it's a mix, but I thought he was a great Joker. I thought he was the next step, as in that we needed something different.
Yes.
And that's what it had to be. A more gangster Joker who was a little more serious than normal. You had the Jack Nicholson, you know, joking. You had the Agent of Chaos, Heath Ledger. You needed a gangster.
I'm not mad at the type they chose. Okay, the only thing I say about this Joker is he's gonna be at times, I can tell, because Jared Leto likes to like overact a little bit sometimes. He's gonna be a little too like animated at times.
Sometimes
he might a little like he need it, but like he might be a little bit overdoing it in comparison to the tone of what the movie is. Like say you put him in a Batman movie, and sometimes like I could tell Jared Leto he's gonna be perfect at times, but sometimes he might be a little too. Because I noticed he did this thing where at least with his physical acting, his voice was perfect. His like, you know, tone and shit, the way he was, like, his persona was good. But at his physical acting at times, he was a little wavy. Like, he would just, sway, like, a little femininely at times. I'm like, don't make Joker that feminine, because I know that Joker you're adapting. He got muscles. He can almost fight Batman. You know what I mean? Like, he can hang.
Well, the Joker is crazy, and at times he does. Yeah. When he surprises Batman, he gives him a run for his money.
I feel like they might, like, Jared Leto, like, is not afraid to. I'm not gonna say feminize him like on some weird like homophobic shit, but he's like the animation like makes him seem a little goofier than I would like, you know what I mean, at times. But I feel like you cut a lot of the fucking Joker out of the movie, so like I don't know the full extent of what he really is, you know what I mean? Like that's the other problem.
The small bits that we got of him, I thought it was a good direction to go in.
Yeah.
So hopefully he's gonna be in the Batman movie, right?
Yeah.
Apparently, the new Batman with the one that's being directed by Ben Affleck and is getting help from Jeff Johns writing it as well is gonna have the Joker in it. And well, actually, Jared Leto wants a face-off with Superman.
I'm pretty sure they discussed.
Hopefully, he doesn't get a hole punched through him.
No, they discuss. That's what exactly is gonna happen because the producers they discuss what's gonna happen in future movies to him. They're telling him like, hey, there might be at some point where you meet Superman and he's gonna punch you in the chest because you killed Lois Lane and set a nuke off or something like Injustice. If you guys don't know what we're referencing here, and you know these actors think they're subtle, but like we can pick up on that shit. Like, no, you're not subtle. That's I can already tell DC's going for the Injustice storyline for like Justice League 2.
Oh, they are
for Justice League 2. Like,
and so another thing that people hated in Batman vs Superman, so BVS, the nightmare scenes with Ben Affleck, you know, Batman.
Yeah,
that was real. That really happened. So when Flash comes and he warns him and he tells Batman, yeah, you need to spear him. That's because he's gonna come back and he's most likely gonna be on Darkseid's side for a small length of time, just like Injustice.
But what if he comes back and he's good in Justice League 1, and then like Justice League 2 they make him change?
He's gonna come back in Justice League, but something is gonna happen, which I feel it's gonna be. He said Lois is the key. So either Lois,
why is she the key?
That's what Flash said. God. So either Lois is gonna die or Superman's gonna think she dies. So at some point,
kill her.
They're gonna have to go head up with Superman.
I don't want another.
And that is why Flash told him to go ahead and spear Superman.
I don't know why in the comic book movies, like Batman vs Superman, Lois Lane was the main.
Just to break that down for you. Yeah, oh my.
She was a main character.
We're getting off topic, but yes, Lois Lane having too much. Just because Amy Adams, she had too much time in that movie, too much face time.
Lois Lane is a simple character. She's Superman's girlfriend. She's a reporter that's bold. Okay.
Why are we going in depth with her?
In a summer blockbuster movie, she needs an hour to find a bullet. To blame it on Lex Luthor because Superman shot people, apparently. I don't give a fuck. Come on, man. But let's talk about the positives because I feel like we ripped the Suicide Squad, even though we're really. I feel like it's a solid movie.
I thought, it was a good movie.
So let's make DC and Warner Brothers look good. How about that?
Cast acting.
Cast was good. I felt their their chemistry.
Will Smith was, to a degree, still Will Smith, but he wasn't to the degree he was in most movies. He still had.
He owned Deadshot. He made Deadshot his own.
Yeah, he was Deadshot. I mean, Deadshot's normally.
Deadshot doesn't have like a personality like that really. So in general, so
exactly,
like,
he made Deadshot his own, but it's to a point where Deadshot is normally a secondary character. He's a throwaway, and now you're like, I like Deadshot, but it's he did so well.
Well, recently,
it's like,
not
damn.
really.
Now we gotta kind of make Now we gotta kind of make Deadshot better. We have to make it because of Arrow.
Well,
Deadshot
that's what I'm saying. They've been giving Deadshot some love in the comics and Arrow.
Yeah, but this just started happening.
Yeah, in a year or two. Yeah.
Now think about it. If you watch Arrow, you kind of start liking.
I like that Deadshot.
You kind of start liking Floyd Lawton on there, but now it's like all I can see is Will Smith's Deadshot. I don't even think about Arrow's Deadshot anymore.
Yeah, Will Smith was great.
He had some of the best. He had the applause moments in the crowd. He had the we're gonna stop and make this a joke. He basically had the timing down in everything.
Basically, the thing the movie did well was it made you. Well, most of the characters, it made you like the characters. You like the movie because of the characters. Because you can ignore the rest of the movie, but you're like, I like these guys. I like Harley Quinn. I like Joker, man.
Yeah,
Will Smith.
You left like, I want to see more of this character.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I want to see these niggas or these people again.
I want to see Katana's backstory. What happened with Katana?
Yeah, they could have just like show her slicing somebody and taking a soul. I didn't see why they didn't do that. Like, and then I want to see how the soul blade worked with the Enchantress magic. You know, like
exactly.
What happens to that person? Because is their soul already taken by Enchantress, or you know what I mean, or is that the key to freeing them or something? Like, what if she
she slices somebody and like, hey, when I slice people with my soul sword, they're free. Like their soul comes back. I don't know. I release one.
Would have been a nice twist.
Yeah, that would have been a cool little thing. See, that's why we need to make a fucking comic book movie. I'm dead ass. I really want to make a comic book movie.
We don't even need, give me $100 million. I don't even need a.
I don't want to make it. I don't want to make. I want to be a producer on it. Meaning, I give them all the ideas, and you fucking make my movie. You just slap them and just like make that with a list.
Yeah, so I really enjoyed the actors and bringing out the characters. I mean, Killer Croc was probably my only negative. I felt he should have.
He didn't get enough time.
You got Adewale, I can't say his last name, but you got him in the movie. He's a great actor.
Oh, yeah.
He should have been a lot more. And they had Waylon Jones. They had Killer Croc just like incoherent at times. The guy is not an idiot. He's actually smart.
He ran the streets.
He ran
Gotham with the game.
His character was probably the biggest turnoff for all the characters.
He's just more savage, right?
But yeah, he was too savage.
And I don't like he was like they made him like stereotypically. Like,
this is a man who pulled off heists and things like that. BET? What the fuck? Oh
my god, that movie was a little racist. Yeah, it was like stereotypical. And
I feel like the studio did that. I don't feel that was David. I feel the studio did that.
I heard they edited Harley Quinn's shorts. Like they actually made them shorter after in post. So at times, like in the movie. Meaning,
I'm not complaining. That's a positive.
But
not
that's
complaining.
A positive. You're the what's wrong with movies. All right, because that shit works on people like you.
You asshole. That caught my attention in multiple scenes.
She kept bending over, like they kept.
Well, I mean, they over sexualized it a little bit, but I mean, just
they kept over. Like what she say in the club to that dude? Something about. Did she say something about sucking? I don't know what she said. She said something.
I don't remember what she said, but that's Harley Quinn. That's the thing about it. It's a psycho chick who is beautiful. Oh, and that's what I got from that.
In the trailer, she licked the bar, right? Like yeah. But in the movie, when she did, I was like, oh my god, I turned me on way more than it did in the fucking trailers. What the hell happened here? And I don't know. It was just a weird.
The feminists like going off on us. I mean, she was great acting wise. She was good. She was Harley Quinn all the way through.
But the thing is, okay, you have to translate the logic. What she really wanted out of life was that psycho to be a daddy to your. Are you serious? Are you serious right now? She was wrong with women, really. Like, because women can fall for people like the Joker sometimes, man. It's just like, I don't know.
And man. I thought a lot of times it was very true to the comics as far as when she went into the bat or whatever, the little slime that got Joker. That was in the New 52. That cool. Was accurate to the new comics, the New 52. That was accurate. So in the movie they did a lot of accurate things on there. So
another little slight negative, just it's like that scene was really good. It was so good that like I felt like I got mad because they cut it short. Like it felt like it's like, oh, you rushed it. Like even that part where he's like, I'm not gonna kill you. I'm gonna hurt you bad. Really, really bad. Like in the trailer, they sank into that scene. You know what I mean? It was like a moment. Like they let you really look at it, but when you watch it in the movie, it was a dream. Like it was a little. It felt like they fast forwarded that part of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. At times, where it's like, oh man, that would have been cool. Like if Christopher Nolan had that Joker, that movie is gonna be so sick because you know what he's gonna do with that gangster Joker. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like if another director had that Joker, but Ben Affleck is getting that Joker, so.
We'll and it still seems like we're really nitpicking it, but the reason why we're doing that is because it was a good movie to us, and we felt it could have been so much better. But it wasn't a bad movie; it was good.
The movie could have been,
but it could. That's how much we liked it. That we wanted it to be so much better than what it was, even though it was still a good movie.
But yeah, I'm gonna start ripping the shirt. Positives again. Soundtrack was positive.
Soundtrack was good.
Joker was a positive.
Joker, I felt, yeah, he came with something new that I think people want him to be more of Jack Nicholson or Heath Ledger when it's like you need something new, and I feel a lot of people are gonna hate it because of that, but the people who are looking at it with an open mind was like, okay, that's where the character needed to go, and Jared Leto did a really good job of taking him there.
Yep. Other positive.
The comedy. I mean, there was some lines where you cringe a little bit, like but you get that in any Marvel movie. So throughout the whole movie.
Oh, the Age of Ultron was the worst. Language. Shut your ass up.
So, and a lot of the comedy was good. Will Smith, his timing was great in a lot of it. Harley Quinn had a lot of funny scenes.
Well, not really. Okay,
the damn sergeant at the beginning of the movie.
He was funny, yeah. He was just saying, he had like 3 lines like back to back that were just like
his situation.
So sarcastic.
He was actually in a really bad situation, and he still was hilarious throughout the beginning. So he made it funny.
What he say? Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
You can't touch me right now. I was like, that. Give me more of that guy. You know, that guy.
He was funny. Jai Courtney had his moments where, like, you know, where he got Slipknot killed and he just took off.
That was so, you didn't feel
the teddy bear, which I don't know, or unicorn, whatever that was funny.
Jai Courtney did take off. Like, as soon as, like, they went through, like, this is, like, in the 3rd act, they went through a lot together, right? And then as soon as Rick Flag rips all their, like, collars off, he ran for it. And he only came back because he realized they cut off the perimeter. Like, that's the only reason why he came back. So like, well, I gotta. I
love how he just like slid back into the lineup and started walking.
I'm back. They blocked off the fucking.
A lot of people don't even know knew it was him, but Jay Hernandez as Diablo.
Oh, they gave him a lot more.
His acting was great.
They gave him a lot more to do as a story too. I think that's because David Ayer is his homie, and like he was supposed to make him, what's his name in End of Watch.
That was Michael. So Jay Hernandez supposed to be Michael Pena.
Yeah, he was supposed to be that character in the Watch, and David Ayer never really got to do that. I read the story on this, and he never really got to do that for him. They're close, I guess. So he gave him this role, and he did him justice. He gave him like a part that he made sure he got justice. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't really explain what the hell El Diablo was, because I don't remember. I think he was born possessed with the devil or some shit, right? Or he's like some Aztec like.
He was possessed with some type of demon or god at birth.
Yeah,
and
it was like an Aztec.
I don't know. That's the thing. Like all these characters, you felt like there was. It was so good. You wanted more from them. You wanted to see more backstory. Yeah, it was kind of rushed. You're like, damn, I want to know what happened with Diablo. I want to know why he goes from just incinerating everybody in the damn the jail yard to I'm not doing it anymore. And I'm a pacifist now. It's not happening. Yeah, and he kind of got set off a little quick, but just things like that. The acting on him was really good.
Say something?
Captain Boomerang, Jai Courtney made that his own. I really liked him as that.
Captain Boomerang had a couple fun scenes, but it's like he didn't seem necessary either.
Rick Flag even had some moments. He did his part as in you didn't really like his ass at one point. He's like, okay, we're kind of coming around Rick Flag. He could have been better, but I liked him as well. That's supposed to be Jake Gyllenhaal. Remember? Was that Jake Gyllenhaal?
Well,
was that Tom Hardy?
No, it was supposed to be Tom Hardy too. It was Tom Hardy, but it was like 2 years ago. Like Tom Hardy was like the one that was announced for.
Tom Hardy.
And then he dropped out, and then Jake Gyllenhaal was like the rumored front runner. And then like something happened where he did something else.
Jake Gyllenhaal has to become some superhero at one point. He will kill.
I want him to be like someone like where like they just give him to like a smaller character where they just give it to a director that's like really good and they let him do whatever he wants. Kind of like maybe like
let me get Nightcrawler, Jake Gyllenhaal to be the Riddler or somebody.
Sandman. I would say a Sandman, Jake Gyllenhaal movie. That's a comic. I would like him in more of the graphic novel type of comic movies. You know what I mean? Like they could still have superpowers and stuff, but like you know what I mean? Like the standalone kind of like where they like a Watchmen type of movie where they can like do that shit.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say another positive.
I think another positive was the costumes. I thought the costumes were decent.
Well, part of this is what I was gonna say is the comic book references or like the comic bookness of the movie.
It felt very similar to a comic book at times.
So it's like the outfits were legit. Oh, they actually even gave you the Harley Quinn like traditional outfit when her dream, right? Like I don't even know if that was a dream.
And it
was a flashback.
It was. I don't know. Damn, was that a flashback or a dream? I want to say it was a flashback, or maybe it was more of a what is it? More of just paying homage to the comic scene where they do that. Yeah. Little dancing part.
Batman showing up was awesome. Flash's scene was like I think it's like my favorite scene. Like one of my favorite scenes because like in that 5 seconds, that was Flash, bro. Like that's like oh shit, fully fledged. Like you know what I mean? Like these DC movies aren't doing a very good job of giving you like the archetype of the character, like the traditional form of the character. Like Batman, you had to go ahead and make him a killer and like. You have to go ahead and make him like more like you know what I mean action oriented than because Batman he doesn't want to fight you first. He wants to do the mission the easiest way possible first, right? And then he fights. That's how Batman does it. But it's like this one was like fuck it. You know what I mean? He was more like Rambo Batman to me, and I like that, but like only when he needs to do that.
Yeah, I didn't like him jumping down putting Deadshot's daughter in harm's way.
Yeah.
I thought that was a little not Batman-esque.
Well,
but
he might have been still hurt after Joker killed. I mean, he might have been in that dark phase, so he's like, don't do
I
it.
think he's gonna be in a dark phase throughout just this whole universe. I think that's
No,
Batman we're getting.
Justice League, he looks fucking happy now. He's like, you know what, Superman died. He was right. I'm gonna make jokes now. I'm gonna joke around now.
Yeah, he had a moment. I mean, you can tell on the Justice League trailer that was literally they only shot like 3 scenes,
Yeah.
and they literally gave you that whole trailer. But he did have a few moments.
What other comic book references were there? Well, I like the tie-in to the Batman vs Superman. Like they acknowledge Superman's death. You know, they're like. You know, they say, oh, what happened?
Superman's gone. What happens when another Superman comes and he's not, morally?
This is cool because this is what DC did right with this movie because I feel like it's the next episode in the DC TV show or something. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly. You feel it did progress. You feel that is the next. Okay.
Yeah. I like that. Like, and then Batman's like at the end, end cutscene or whatever.
That was a positive, but it was like. Damn! You shouldn't have gave us the Justice League trailer before. You should have.
Yeah, sure.
Once the movie came out, then you should have thrown the Justice League trailer at us because it wasn't. Yeah, we knew Justice League was coming.
I wish it would have. That scene, by the way, I just want to say because I'm a big fan of the animated TV show. I wish it was done like the animated TV show, where Batman did the same thing. Like he snuck up on Amanda Waller and he kind of like threatened her, like you better watch the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like, don't do that shit around my, you know what I mean? Like, I'm watching you, kind of, you know what I mean? Basically. Yeah. But when he did it in the animated TV show, in the Justice League one, Amanda Waller was in her bathroom taking a shower, and he showed up, and she slid the door. He was just waiting there for her, like, in her steam in the bathroom. Like, it looked super awkward. He looked hot. He was just waiting for her to finish the shower. And she's like, she freaked out, like, Jesus Christ! You should have seen it. She was legitimately scared. And he's like, we're watching you, Amanda Waller. Like, I wish it was that. I just wanted to throw that out there. It was, like, watch that scene, and you'll laugh when you compare it to the cutscene that it could have been.
Yeah, I mean, just we nitpicked a lot. So to me, it had a lot of positives that after you finish seeing the movie, I don't feel there's a way you can say that was bad.
Nope.
I feel you can say that needed work, but it was enjoyable.
Definitely. Overall, I would say
don't go in there being biased.
Yeah,
don't be.
Actually, it helped me being biased. Not biased, but like, okay, the critics' reviews were so like horrible.
The critics to me seems like they hate the DC universe. It seems it's not the Marvel formula.
Well, here's the thing.
So let's say this movie did bad. It didn't follow the Marvel formula. But let's say Justice League does good. I feel like they're gonna give the credit to Marvel.
No, they gotta give you one undeniable movie.
They do have to do that. Yeah, I mean that is true. But to say,
and then if they keep hating on it, that's when you're like, okay.
But all right, Age of Ultron, Rotten Tomatoes 75%, Ant-Man 81%.
Are these notes?
Iron Man 3 79% on Rotten
Look at that notes
Tomatoes.
right now.
Suicide Squad 27%. Are you fucking kidding me?
27?
None of those movies I just mentioned, Iron Man 3, fucking Ant-Man, Age of Ultron, none of those are better than Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Or even if you were to say they were a tad bit better, there's no way you can say they were undeniably fucking 50% better than Suicide Squad. Come on now.
Yeah.
The critics, they are eating DC alive. I'm not gonna go with the conspiracy. Fucking Marvel was paying them off. I just feel they're used to Marvel and that's what they want. So now they're saying something different. It's like fuck that. No, I'm not even giving it a chance. It's horrible. No.
Well, okay. So we both acknowledge that there is trouble in the DC universe, right? We're not saying there isn't.
There is trouble. They need that undeniable movie.
They need to figure out editing.
The edit. I don't know what's going on.
Well, what it is that Marvel has Kevin Feige.
We need to tell the studios to just back the fuck off.
Look, well, that's the key though. That's how you do it. Because I figure Marvel has Kevin Feige, and he's the main producer, but he gets it.
And I feel Jeff Johns is going to do that. So I feel there is hope. So don't.
Oh, but here's the other thing.
Suicide Squad is a step in the right direction.
No, it definitely is. It's not gonna. That's what I'm about to say. Overall, Suicide Squad doesn't save the DC universe at all, but it doesn't break it either. So stop acting. You know what I mean? Like you shouldn't act like it broke it. They need work to be done.
It needs work to be done. But there's no way you can say Suicide Squad is a horrible movie.
Good comparison.
It's not a bad movie.
Here's a comparison though. To me, in my opinion, I've noticed a cycle of Marvel movies where they have 1 year where they're like awesome, and then 1 year where they're like garbage. 1 year where they're like so. Last year was Age of Ultron and Ant-Man. Both of them sucked to me. I mean, to me, I was like, that's a disappointing year for Marvel.
This year, I didn't think Ant-Man sucked. But it was
it's so
my
generic.
expectations were so low for that movie that it had to be at least decent.
If it was Edgar Wright,
and that's what it was.
If it was Edgar Wright, I'd have been like, oh my god.
It was decent, but if you want to break it down like you do fucking BBS, how the critics just everything. They just went off on everything on BBS, Suicide Squad. You do that to Ant-Man, it's a trash movie. But it's not.
No, it's so generic. But my point is,
predictable.
That's why I hate it more. Like, it's not a bad movie as far as just a movie, design, I guess. It's just like so bland that I'm like, oh my god, I hate you because you're that.
And I mean,
if you would have took a chance and were worse, I would have liked you more.
It's the same thing with like Age of Ultron. Age of Ultron had almost the exact same problems that Batman vs Superman had.
No,
a bad portrayal of the villains.
It's a giant commercial.
Just too many characters in it.
The only reason why Age of Ultron would do better is because it Batman vs Superman has slow parts, man. That's what it was. Like, first hour was like slow, and like at least with Age of Ultron, there was something always going on, like as far as action or
Ultron was.
It might have been stupid,
horribly wrong. I mean, too many characters in there. You didn't need Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver,
and Ultron gave you character interaction. Batman vs Superman did not let their characters.
Well, no, I'm not saying Age of Ultron isn't. It wasn't trash, but it really wasn't. It wasn't great.
No.
It wasn't.
I want to see the director's cut.
75% Rotten Tomatoes. You get Batman. I think Batman's at 25 now. Are you kidding me?
Batman's down. No, look. Okay, my point is what I was trying to make. So I've noticed a pattern with Marvel. Like, one year they have a good year. One year they have, like, to me, in my personal opinion, like trash movie year. Because I guess that's the curse of doing like these many movies. But it's like so Age of Ultron and Ant-Man last year. The year before that was Guardians and Captain America 2, right?
Winter Soldier was.
Look, that's a good year, right?
Winter Soldier is.
Look at that year. But look at that year.
Movie.
Okay, then they do the next year Age of Ultron and Ant-Man. But this year you're getting Civil War, and I'm pretty sure Doctor Strange is about to be lit. So I have a feeling like DC, this might be DC's like, okay, we got BVS and Suicide Squad this year, and this might be their lower end year. Next year we're getting Wonder Woman, which looks good already to me. It's like almost undeniably by that trailer. And then Justice League, which I think it's a work in progress, but it looks. I
think by the time Jeff Johns and them are done with that movie, it's gonna be a way better finished product than anything we've seen so far. Maybe other than Wonder Woman.
Yeah. So as far as what this movie means for the DC universe, I'm trying to I want to, like, recently they talked about Man of Steel 2 coming.
Active development.
And active development, like so there's two announced, there's 2 dates that they have, 2018 and 19. Seems obvious now what those movies are. Batman and Superman. Yeah, okay, thank you for that. It's not Suicide Squad 2. I think that's going to happen, definitely.
I think that'll happen a lot sooner than later.
Yeah, but I feel like Man of Steel 2 needs to be made. And it's not going to be Zack Snyder, I don't think. Because Zack Snyder, he's shooting it dark again. Justice League, as good as lighthearted as it seems, like, look at the scenes again. Like, Aquaman's looks like, like cold and dark, wherever he is. Even Flash's underground bunker, like it's a dark. I'm like, and then like the whole Justice League together. The first shot you see him is some underground thing. I was like, why does Zack Snyder keep doing that? Like, you can fight in the daytime, like you did it in Man of Steel.
He just has that dark and gritty to Watchmen 300. He needs that.
He's just stuck on that. And speaking of,
and Zack Snyder has done good. Watchmen was good. 300 was good.
Who do you think should direct the? Because I don't think it's gonna be Zack Snyder after fan backlash and just like he's just doing too many movies. Like he has to do Justice League 2 and he has to do like some other projects he's already working on. So I don't think he's gonna add Man of Steel 2 by 2019 on his plate. Mm-hmm. So it's probably gonna go to a different director.
I feel.
Who do you think should do it?
If you're gonna let Jeff Johns and them handle the script and everything, and it's more of just you directing it, maybe some action. The action, I think Justin Lin will be all right.
Justin Lin, the Fast and the Furious guy. He's just gonna go too much. Like,
you think he's gonna go over the top?
His action is like different to me. It's not gonna flow from Man of Steel 2. He's gonna be like. He's gonna do too much of a popcorn movie to me. I think for Superman. Superman needs a little bit of depth. Maybe Man of Steel 2 is too deep.
Just right now, who are the? Because you need the movie. You need a movie to have everything. But with a superhero movie, I want to see some really good action. So who's gonna handle the action, but also be able to give us the acting and everything we need? Blend it into one.
My thing is, it depends. It depends on what Superman movie you want. If you want the traditional Superman movie where, like, okay, I want this character to be the Superman we know and love, You know what I mean? Like the to me that is represented by that '90s animated Superman. That's my like the way that dude acts, like the way he is as a character, and he's in the Justice League animated. He's all that's Superman. You know what I'm talking about, right? That's Superman. Like he flowed from the '90s to the 2000s. He was in the Justice League animated series. That particular like style of Superman. You know what I'm talking about?
Somewhat.
Like he had his own series. He was the same Superman in his own TV show. Remember the Superman animated TV show, like from the '90s? He was fighting in Metropolis, just like the Batman had a show. Do you not remember?
I'm trying right now. I'm drawing a blank.
Superman had an animated TV series, but you've watched Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, right? That's Superman. Yeah, he's been around forever. Like that Superman is the Superman I'm talking about. Like Man of Steel didn't really give you that Superman. He was more gritty, I guess.
You want Boy Scout.
Not Boy Scout, but that Superman is not a Boy Scout. Remember, he did some like when you pissed him off.
Oh, you're talking about whooping Darkseid's ass.
Yeah,
that's Superman.
Well, yeah, like when you like he's not a true Boy. He did what he had to do. Like he tried to go as Boy Scout as possible. But if you like pushed him, he would fuck you up, bro. Like he was not a joke. I think they need to go for like more of that. So I'm thinking, and you want to keep action? Damn, that's a good one. I would like to see Matthew Vaughn do it. You know who Matthew Vaughn is?
What's he done?
Not Sucker Punch, but Kick Ass. But he did X-Men First Class, which I like the way he did that. Like
Sucker Punch, not so much. First Class,
not Sucker Punch.
First Class had his moments, yes.
Matthew Vaughn, I think he can do it. He did. What else did he do? He did something awesome. He did First Class. So I like First Class. Oh, Kingsman. He did Kingsman. I don't know.
Kingsman was really good.
Yeah, I think he could do like light and action at the same time. Like not light, but like and like gritty, but like not gritty, but like you know what I mean, like adult humor type shit. I don't know, a Superman movie where he's like, I think in that style would be kind of cool. Like I don't know. I like Matthew Vaughn for a Superman movie. If it's not, everybody was saying George Miller after. Was it George Miller? Is that his name? George Miller after.
George Miller.
Mad
Max? Yeah, man, visually?
Yeah, visually he would kill it. And he could tell. He actually tells good stories. Have y'all seen Happy Feet? I think he did Happy Feet, right?
I'm not sure on Happy Feet.
he did one of those Penguin movies. If it's Happy Feet that he did, that movie is good, and it's not because it's like this is a good movie, man. I don't know, man. He could if you could just
Happy Feet was good. I don't know if that's him, but it was good. Mad Max was really good.
I'm trying to think of a movie I've seen recently.
Mad Max was a literal just action sequence through that whole movie, but with acting, it was done very well.
Yeah.
To be a movie where you're literally driving almost the whole movie, it was good.
I didn't enjoy it, but
you didn't enjoy Mad Max?
I just need in my movies. I need story, and I just need more story than that. Whatever that movie gave you, I need more.
That's not that's topic for another time.
It was just one long action scene.
We're about to get into that,
and that's not enough for me. But that's me personally, and I can see why people like that movie. So I'm not gonna say like if you like it, you don't know movie. But I know why you like that movie, and I just don't. It's not for me. But I'm gonna get hate for that because people love that movie. Any other directors you think? Man of Steel 2?
I'm drawing a blank on the directors right now.
If the Russo brothers weren't taking my Marvel, I would think they would make because they do Captain America like the Boy Scout. You know what I mean? Like you can do a Boy Scout, right? Because that's what in the 2016. I mean, too.
Winter Soldier 2, that was them, right?
Yeah, exactly. You can like
Winter Soldier 2.
Pay attention to how Captain America acts. Like the way he has heart. He's like a guy that you like.
Winter Soldier 2 gave you. It wasn't a superhero movie. It was superheroes in a movie.
Right.
So it was they blended everything well. It had good acting. It seemed like Chris Evans had kind of toned it down a little. He was coming into his own as he wasn't as cheesy. He was coming into his own as like a serious. But you acting. It was acting. And the action scenes were like straight out of video games. The action scenes were.
But as far as the heart, because Superman to me needs heart. That's what it's missing. Yeah. That's what it's missing. Like Captain America. Even if you didn't like the first one as a movie. That movie brought you saw the heart in that character as a character of Captain America, Chris Evans, like jumping on the landmine, showing you like why he's a good person, why he cares about people. Like that's the movie you need. You know what I mean? Like that's the kind and people are like Superman's too good, but he's a Boy Scout, that's outdated. That's why that's why he doesn't work now. I'm like, no, nobody's tried to do that. Nobody's tried to do what that is. And then look at Captain America 2. He fought for what he believed. He was still like that Boy Scout kind of like his demeanor, his like it works. It can be possible, and people love it. Actually, look at him. Look in all the trilogy, the part 3 even. He is the Boy Scout, but it's not like he's a bitch, or it's not like he's not like he can't handle real situations. It's not like he can't handle like hard situations, hard decisions, like real life shit. He does and all that shit, and he stays true to who he is. And that's what Superman's missing. Russo brothers
that's
could
really
do that.
yeah. They need a director because Henry Cavill or Cavill, however you say his last name is he has it.
He does. Dude, he can act.
He has a build. He can act. What was that fucking movie?
Man from U.N.C.L.E.
He was
great.
He was great in Man from U.N.C.L.E.
He has so much personality.
Yes.
He has so much personality. I like, oh my God, you're wasting him right now.
Just they're not showing that right now.
Yeah.
He needs to be
Superman
for another 3-4 movies. He can do it.
Personality. And I was like, Russo brothers could bring out personality. Matthew Vaughn could bring out personality. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I need a director that's trying to they need to focus on who he is. And like, oh, he has I want to see more scenes of Lois and him having fun together.
Exactly.
Like, go on a date. I would like to see where like Clark is like trying to take Lois on a date, then Bruce Wayne interrupts their date, and it just fucks it all up because he knows he's Superman. Like, I would love to see a scene like that where
we need a little more homage. We need a little more homage to the comics.
Or Superman is broke. Clark Kent is broke, and he's trying to take Lois to a nice restaurant. Bruce Wayne shows up because he knows he's Superman just to fuck with him, and he's like, I'm fucking with you this whole movie because I know you're fucking Superman, and I'm testing your fucking limits.
Bruce Wayne paid the tab.
That's what and Bruce Wayne pays the tab and takes Lois out for the rest of the night. Some shit like that. Like, shit like that would have been made a way better movie. Or you know what I mean? Like, Bruce Wayne's getting Lois more than Clark is, and she likes Clark for who he is, you know, by the end of the movie. Like, that's a cool movie. You can make a romantic comedy with Clark Kent, Bruce Wayne, and Lois Lane. I think that's what they should have did for BVS. But all I'm saying is, you could have brought just stay true to the characters, because I know these directors, what they're doing is they're trying to make their version of the character. Zack Snyder, he made his version of Batman, which isn't really the prototypical Batman, which why people have a problem with that. Like, they don't like that. But I get it. Like, I get what you're trying to do. But I don't like it. Stop doing it. Don't be unique. Make that Batman from the comics.
This
please.
is the ultimate Superman fan, so just give him half of what he's talking about, and he'll be satisfied.
At least give me half, or like, you can do what you want, but give me what I want too, please. Like, I want a Superman that like. He knows you know how many jokes there are in the animated Justice League show? Or like, are y'all fucking serious? I could crush all of y'all. Like, that's why he doesn't take anything serious. Like, he's cool. Like, oh, okay. Oh, serious thing happens, then yeah, I'm gonna do it. But like, for the rest of the time, like, he's just more of a mentor, like the symbol of hope. Like, oh, Superman ain't tripping today. I ain't tripping today. Like that, you know what I mean? Like, he ain't got problems. We ain't got problems. Like that's. I want to see some of the and like they act like it's horrible being Superman. I'm sorry, Man of Steel and BVS. Okay, I love Man of Steel and I like BVS, but at the end of the day, it's awesome being Superman. Let's face it. Let's show him having fun being this motherfucker. Like, oh my God, I can fly. Like when the Man of Steel had that one scene where he did that. One scene where he's like, when he realized he could fly, and he just started flying over Africa, and like, oh shit, I'm fucking Superman. Like, oh shit, nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Like I want to see one of those scenes. Like, or when he uses his super speed to do like his regular day shit.
That's the one thing we didn't see too much of, the super speed. We saw super flight, but we didn't see the super speed running.
He kind of like
a little
did it through the smoke at one time. Batman did the smoke. Which I don't see why Superman just didn't laser shit out of his hand every time he pulled it out. Like, aha! Psh, aha! Psh, like, you know, like grenade, like, you know, grenade launcher out of his hands. So, you know, he just kept letting him hold shit. I was like, what are you doing, man? You're super, and he can think super fast. I don't know. That's beside the point.
Back on Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
the Suicide Squad podcast.
We went out, man. We started going on DC in general. Anyway, overall, Suicide Squad is more
overall
good.
Just a good movie.
To me, the good parts were strong enough to call this movie good.
Instead of the negatives, positives outweighed the negatives. Even though there were a lot of negatives, especially if you're a comic book fan, true DC fan. There's a lot. You feel like there's a lot more that could have. It wrote itself. You could have got that, but you didn't. But just overall, as a whole, it was good.
Yeah, Warner Bros. Needs to hold back.
I mean, then these fans who, not even fans, just people, I'm not going to see the movie because the reviews are bad. You fucking it's weak-minded, fucking disloyal, fool-ass, you bitch-made punks.
Why are you destroying?
Think for yourself. My God.
Yo.
Go see it and fucking see if you like it. No, I'm not going to waste my time, but you waste your time doing other stupid shit. Go see the movie. And then, but I mean, right now,
it's $300 million right now.
It beat Civil War on Super Tuesday. It beat it.
What do you mean?
It had on Tuesday, Civil War had I believe 13 million. That was the highest, and Suicide Squad took home 14. So
I watched it on Tuesday,
and it's projected to beat it to beat everyone else out again. 50 million this weekend.
Well, that's what I was going to ask.
The mixed reviews might be a good thing. I think enough people are thinking. I've heard people say it's really bad. I've heard people say it's really good. I want to go see this.
Well,
so I think it is doing well, but don't not go see the fucking movie because think for yourself.
No, there's no movie where you
form your own opinion. Go watch the damn thing. If you hate it, you hate it, but go see it. Don't let someone else tell you to go see the movie. Don't let someone else's opinion dictate whether you go see the shit or not. Come on now.
Just went off. Gosh, he's livid right now. Well, I think that's a good place to stop it. But I was just gonna say, there's no movie with Batman that you show in the trailer and it's not gonna make money.
Cause Batman. talk to the number one Batman fan right here. He is the number one superhero. There's nothing you can do about it. Superman's strong and all that, but just
he's not the number.
Batman is who he. Batman.
He's not a superhero. All right.
Oh, fuck you.
He's a great hero. He's not a superhero.
This is a man who took out the Justice League by himself. Who single-handedly had the plan, bunch of fucking aliens, extraterrestrials came and got his plans and took out the Justice League. Who got them back? Oh, Batman! He's not a fucking superhero? Get out of here.
No, he's a man that does super things, okay? Alright, man, I'm not going to go into this Batman argument with you. We will. This is
another time.
Suicide Squad. Overall, what do you give it out of 10?
I'd give Suicide Squad a 7 out of 10.
Ooh, that's good. I think I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 too. No, yeah, 7 out of 10. I
mean, you could.
7 is
I'm
very
not giving it a
strong.
fucking 6, but 6.8, 6.9. Let's round it up to a 7.
No, 6 is like London Has Fallen. No, not London. What's the other one? Olympus Has Fallen.
Olympus Has Fallen
that was a good movie, but I'm not gonna give it a 7. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Suicide Squad is better than that.
So 6 is. Decent. It's watchable. 7 is good, but with flaws.
Even 5,
good with flaws.
5s and 4s aren't I feel like that's why Rotten Tomatoes 40%, 50%. They're not considered bad.
I think that's watchable.
Yeah, they're considered oh, okay, that was a night I watched this movie.
I think Suicide Squad has issues, but a lot of flaws in it that you'll find. But overall, it's enjoyable.
Yeah. There's a good, and if there's other cuts, there's a good movie in there. There's a better movie in there somewhere too.
And I feel we're gonna get there, even though David Ayer, he's trying to take the blunt of it. This is my movie. It's not your fucking movie, David Ayer. We know that.
He's trying to be good. He's trying to make Suicide Squad too, man.
Exactly. So and I feel even though it's not releasing in China, which is gonna hurt it a lot, I feel it's still gonna make. I don't know why it's not. China is close to being the number one market, but somehow Suicide Squad 2 is gonna get made. It's doing well.
The reason why is because they did it with Ghostbusters too. China doesn't like witches and demons and stuff. You can't make a movie with that stuff and they'll block that shit. So you're not gonna see any more super. That's why you should have went in there with gangsters, right? Suicide Squad taking out gangsters like an army of them. Yes, thank you. Oh, and
China, Japan, they love that.
Oh no, it should have been Joker successfully takes over a nuclear facility or some shit. And they have
Joker
to go in there.
Just a regular. I mean, I guess he's a lunatic, but he's still a regular. He takes over a lot of shit.
He's smart, but I don't know. He's really smart.
He's extremely underestimated, I guess. But all right, that's what's up.
I'm gonna give it a C. No, C plus.
I'll give it a C plus.
Yeah, 7. 7's strong. But that was a Suicide Squad review. It was mixed. It seems more negative than it is, but the positives. It's an easy movie to nitpick. I say overall, it's an easy movie to nitpick. That's its biggest flaw, but it's a good movie overall. What do you think?
I feel the same way. I mean, you can nitpick, but I feel you can nitpick at a lot of things. There's a lot of Marvel movies you can nitpick, even though they made some really good movies. They've also made some really bad movies but it was Marvel, so it got the benefit of the doubt. Suicide Squad is not getting that. Suicide Squad is not getting the benefit of the doubt. It's an enjoyable movie with a lot of flaws, but you can, and most people I think do like it. They're just at the end, they're like, I really enjoyed that movie, but I wanted so much more from it.
Exactly.
That
expectations.
Expectations are a lot higher than a lot of movies that have been reviewed, such as Ant-Man, things like that.
One lesson I've really learned, I've learned it before, but I'm gonna think. From now on, even with Marvel movies, I'm gonna just think all of them suck from now on. Before I
go
watch
in with. I try to go in with the open mind. You gotta be optimistic.
No, I want to go in with so low expectations because that movie, like, it made the movie better. Like, and it's done it a couple of times for me. Like, I've had like movies where like I've heard they were like horrible. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just lower my expectations to the most. And when I go in there, I'm always happy at the end. I'm like, you know what? I got over all the shit I would like if
Lights Out.
Yeah, Lights Out. I didn't even have bad expectations for that, but that movie was more story.
I had low expectations for that. Most scary movies now have
our
been.
Lights Out review is doing well for some reason. Like we did one, you know, like I don't know why it's doing. And you know the one that's doing the most, Stranger Things. Our Stranger Things
is a hit.
I have literally
I haven't even seen it. It's a hit though.
On our channel. It's been 2 weeks. I have had podcasts on there that have been 6 months old. Stranger Things has more views in 2 weeks than that thing. What the hell? I don't know. It's interesting.
But Suicide Squad, just go see the shit. I mean, just plain and simple, go see
make
the shit.
your own opinion is what I would say. Yeah, watch it. It's worth watching to make your own opinion. It's not one of those where it's like, no, watch a bad movie so you can make your own mind up. No, it's a movie where you got to make your own decision.
Exactly.
It's worth it. And there's enough. I mean, I don't understand how you don't even. Like, just the shit they give you. You can't not like that movie. There's Batman in that movie. There's Flash in that movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people. I don't know.
I mean, I feel like there certain people, you're going to have those extremely harsh critics who will say they didn't like it. But I don't feel you can say it was a terrible. It's not a 27 fucking % rated movie. Good God.
Film snobs, I mean, I think money talks more than rating, so let it keep making money. But film snobs will not like this movie. Do you think it's going to make $700 million? That's what Guardians made. And everybody keeps comparing it to that. So.
Without China,
no, it's not. Yeah, you're right. I just realized.
I feel like domestically it's going to kill.
I think it was 200-300.
I think domestically it's going to kill Guardians of the Galaxy and the rest of them. No, I just feel like internationally it's not going to make what it wanted to, but I think domestically it's going to be a hit. Man.
China's big.
They're close to being #1 market for film. Like,
yeah. World of Warcraft got saved, and by the way, World of Warcraft is not bad. I'm gonna review this.
World of Warcraft is another movie that was good and got crushed.
Yeah, I was like, I watched this movie with super low expectations, and again, I was just like, oh my god, I like this movie. Yeah, World of Warcraft was good, but that's another podcast. Okay, this has been the Fandomnauts. We come in peace. Check us out on Twitch. Heezgotgame, HeezGotGame, at Fandomnauts Gmail. No, TheFandomnauts at gmail.com, at Fandomnauts Twitter and Instagram. All that stuff. It's gonna be in the description. Chris, you got anything?
You can hit me on Twitch. I'm gonna be on there a lot more. PlayStation and Xbox. Y'all can let me know what you wanna. More podcasts. Y'all can let me know what you wanna see me play. WolfGuyKai, KAI. You can hit me up on Xbox or PlayStation. Dark Wolf Unleashed, not Unleashed. Unleashed because there wasn't enough characters.
No ED.
No ED. Just Dark Wolf Unleash.
Yeah.
As if it's a command. Dark Wolf Unleash.
Send him nudes if you're on.
Females, please.
No, just send them a bunch of dicks. Just a bunch of dicks. Well, this has been the Fandomnauts. It's been real, guys. We come in peace and we're out.
Be easy.
Be easy. That's good, man.